Oh, hello, I've done it again. Hi everyone, Victoria Cochrane here with live video, live from Wynyard after having travelled to Sydney for the Mind, Body, Spirit, which was amazing and tiring, and got home on Monday and I'm still getting myself back to normal. I hope that you're all well and staying warm if you're down in the southern parts of Tasmania. I know it's been pretty wild and woolly down here. So give me a hi. Hi Christine, lovely to see you. Hi Sharon, lovely to see you too. I'm Victoria Cochrane. I do this spiritual wisdom hour every Wednesday at noon, and I talk to you about different things to do with spirituality and psychic development. Hi Colleen, great to see you back. Hi Nikki and Nicole. I hope that you got my answer to your messages on my message on my blog. It was lovely to hear from you. Hi Lance, great to see you, and Linda, great to see you. So everyone jumping on. So I'm a psychic channel, psychic medium, spiritual healer, author, and I like to just do a general reading first, and also a meditation or something to help the collective. And hi Kim, lovely to see you. I am in Tasmania. I have a little room here in Wynyard. Actually can't see there we go. That's better. Just move myself around a little bit so you can see the wall art. And I work out of here. We've been in Tasmania now about 34 years. Other than that, before that we were Victorian. And so I am here hi from New York, Shannon. Wow, great to see you. Nick Hitch, hi to you. So thanks for saying hi. Awesome to see you. Of course, the cards I want I've left over here. So I just thought that I'd do a general reading first, tune into how people are feeling. Up in Sydney, saw lots of new people and lots of people feeling a bit lost lately and as if they're not heading in the right direction or just needing confirmation that they are. And I do individual readings from, yes, it is lovely, that's the crown chakra. I do individual readings from about 12:30. So I'll get to your questions, but I'm just going to use these chakra reading cards just to tune into the collective and do a reading on what the blockages might be for people moving forward. Hi Tracy, lovely to see you, and Mon. So fantastic to see everybody coming on. Here we go. So the first one is life purpose. Oh, that's a big one to start with. Okay, we all have a life purpose, and that would be the sole purpose of why we came in. And it might be to learn lessons. It might be to make a big difference in the world. But, sometimes it is just to lift all our past baggage and to resolve karma and to step into our divine blueprint of being the best spiritual being that we can be. So whatever it is for you, it's always there, and you might not feel that you have achieved it or are on the path to it. But yes, Mon, I will get to individual readings, so just remind me at about past. Hi Carol. So this is just for everybody. Are you feeling lost? Some meditation would be really good, and to check in with your archangel guides as well. So this is just for the collective, and I will be doing readings in about 20 minutes for individual people. I do find it a bit tiring otherwise. Just an hour of readings is hard. So, not hard, but it's draining. So just do a collective one first and a meditation for everybody. Right, the next one is inspiration. Okay. So if you need inspiration to find your self-purpose, then connecting with nature, breathing in the energy of the sunlight, and actually I do have a sun meditation in my third book that we might do together, because the sun can actually help to energetically burn away all of, like the phoenix rising out of the ashes, burn away all of the things that don't serve you, or the feelings and emotions and other people's energies, and all of the kind of confusion that might be blocking your clarity. So, and also grounding into water, walking on the beach, a bit chilly these days, but just really connecting with nature, and looking at the colours of the sky, and just bringing yourself back to the beauty of the world and the beauty within you as well. And try not to rush things, because we just always think that we need to do now. Okay, if you had a crystal ball, would you be able to see into the future and know what's coming? So this is a good one, because this is the third eye. We all have the ability to be psychic, and if you go on to... Hi Kerry, great to see you. If you go onto the Mind, Body, Spirit Sydney Facebook page, I did a talk on Sunday, and I did put that onto my Psychic Communicator page as well, on being psychic and just talking about my journey. And then I did do some psychic readings. Trust your intuition. Our basic intuition is our basic psychic sense. They are really lovely cards. They're chakra reading cards by Rachel Charman, and she's the one who's also done crystal reading cards as well. And so just trust your intuition and where you're being guided. And if you don't have clarity, then of course you can go and see someone or ask me on here. But psychic development is now happening for everybody, and the veil is lifting, and people are becoming more aware of their gifts and that kind of thing. Are we out of whack with the blood moon tonight? I think we are out of whack, big time. There is, the full moon, and goodness knows what's in retrograde. But a friend asked me the other day, there seems to be a lot of people leaving the planet, and I haven't actually looked into the reason why, besides COVID, why people might be leaving, and so that is something that I need to do a channeling on soon. So I would like to choose another one of those to counter the psychic development one. Oh, here we are. So people might be having trouble with relationships as well. There must be some energy going on if you're finding that you're falling out with people, or a lot of people are grumpy, or it's time to get things back in balance. We're not always going to see eye to eye, but as long as we can acknowledge that the other person is going through stuff as well, and that everybody has are on their own journey. So, and one more. Love yourself enough to have some boundaries around what people are expecting of you. Okay, back to the sun. I would just like to do a quick meditation. This is my third book. the alignment of the universe, messages from other world, and then I'll get on to individual readings. Yeah, thank you, Tiasha. Lovely to hear from you. They are great cards. And hi, Lisa. Great to see you again. I do have 4 books that you can find on my website. These are the first 2 that I channeled. I'm going to take the meditation out of this one today. And this is my 4th one that I just released last year, the Book of Life, Lessons from Mother Earth. And it has a meditation with every chapter. And you can download them using a code at the back of the book, where I have recorded them and set them to music. So if you are feeling like you need a bit of inspiration and some messages from the masters to set you back on track, then the messages are really lovely. I channel them. They're not my opinion, and I really some of what they everything that they say is amazing, but some of it is super amazing and resonates with a lot of people. Now I just need to find the sun. So we all know that the sun can be burning and gives life and all of that, and that we can't go near it in physical form, but energetically we can access it in meditation. It's a keeper of life and a source of intense healing and power. There are many secrets that the sun holds that she will give to you willingly should you visit and ask. The sun is, of course, not the only star that provides warmth and life to its solar system in the way Earth does. It's not even the oldest star, yet the life that it keeps and the energy that it gives is sacred and pure. So Master Katumi gave me a message about the sun years ago, and I put that in this book, The Messages of Life. The Messages from Other Worlds. Get my titles right. Stars have properties just as the Earth or the Moon does. Stars, such as your sun, are constantly burning energy, whereas planets and moons store it as well as use it. The energy of the sun is a life force that cannot be underestimated, but its uses are not just for heat and generation of life. The life force of the sun represents creation itself, and when focused upon in the mind's eye, will go as far as regenerating cells and renewing tissue. Your belief system must be such that you believe it to be so, and your energy must be clear enough to receive this renewable energy. It is best done at the beginning of the day, but hey, we can do it now. When the air is fresh and the sun's rays are weakest, as your body will receive the energy more efficiently then. However, if you cannot do it then, take yourself back to the morning time on the timeline, or ask that the energy you are receiving is from that part of the day, and it will be done. So that's what we do. We connect now to our higher self and ground our energy through our feet and hold the intention that the sun's energy that we're accessing now be tempered to match our energy for our highest and best, and be from the morning, from this morning, so that we can receive the optimum healing possible. Be seated where you are most comfortable. It is not necessary to be in the sun's rays, for your attention and intention will be enough. Close your eyes and center yourself in your heart space. Connect to the ground and to the Creator. And we just do that through intention and see that beautiful energy coming all the way through us. In your mind's eye, see the sun as a glorious ball of heat and life force energy. So see, envision it or imagine it. Align yourself to the sun's energy and hold the intention that it enter your body wherever it is needed to regenerate cells, renew tissue, and accelerate healing. So take a breath and just see the sun's energy and feel the energy entering your body where it's most needed to regenerate cells, to renew tissue, to boost your energy. Hold this intention and witness or feel the sun's life force enter your being, and it could help if you just take breaths in and out and breathe in the energy of the sun and breathe it into your body. So keep holding the intention that this energy enter your body wherever it is needed to regenerate cells, renew tissue, and accelerate healing. And you might feel it where you've had pain, unblocking your chakras, helping to heal an emotional issue, even in your mental or spiritual bodies. It doesn't just have to be in your physical body. Just allow this beautiful energy without heat to come in and regenerate you. Take a breath and ground this beautiful energy all the way through your body into Mother Earth. And feel it in your heart space, still renewing, still healing. And just feel it as a beautiful gift that's there throughout this session today. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. But that's just something that you can do. Hi, Teresa. Oops, Daisy. What did I just do? I know what I did. I just flicked you around. Sorry. Oops. Hi, Laura Lou. Great to see you. Thanks, Christine. Hi, Johanna from New York. I hope you're well. Hi, Joanna. Jo just bought some books yesterday. She says she's already one book and she's onto this book now. Is it this one or this one? I don't know if you got that one. Anyway, that's awesome. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm feeling that we need to get into some readings and things. And I might finish a little bit early today. I'm feeling a bit tired still. So it's been a big week. Will I find my Aboriginal ancestry? That'd probably be tricky, won't it? I don't know. I'll ask Colleen. BC Canada, Teresa. Wow. Well, yes, there's hope. So I think what it's saying is that you need to put it out, or have very firm intention out to the universe that you will find your Aboriginal ancestry, and ask for guidance to be shown where to go. Interesting, this one, 18, it's like it is a part of you, but perhaps you've always kept it hidden, and that is something that perhaps now you need to bring to the fore and explore a bit more as well, Colleen. I'll ask, yes, but you'll need a bit of help, and you haven't been looking in the right direction. start at the beginning. It's all a bit cryptic. But I feel you will, but it might be a bit of a journey for you. Okay, just going back to Shannon says, I would love to know what I can do to connect better. I fall asleep during spirit or meditation work. Cannot remember a thing. Oh, I do know a lot of people who fall asleep during their meditation work. That is tricky. Let me see who's with you, Shannon. Okay, you have a master there. Oh, it's Archangel Uriel of the third eye. So he says the trick is to try not to go too deep into meditation. He says to try to put yourself in the ruby ray energy and to use cards as a form of signifying the messages that are going to be given to you. So some oracle cards, some angel cards, and to actually just meditate on them one at a time. But really to set yourself very short meditation times, but aligning yourself to your archangel, which is Uriel, through the colour. So bring in the ruby ray, wear the ruby ray, look up what colour it is, actually have that there, sit your energy in there and ask him to help you to remember. It might take some practice, but focusing on your breath, never lying down, always sitting up, doing very short, sharp and shiny, Shannon. But the alignment to our archangels, that's something that I wrote about in the spiritual directory, spiritual discovery journal, which I need to take it with me so that I don't leave you behind, but I need to get it out of my bookcase. So the Spiritual Discovery Journal was a collaboration between Sarah and Kathy, and Sync Media no longer is, but it is still available online. You can also order it through my website, victoriacochrane.com, and there are 12 of us who are talking about different ways of journaling and connecting and releasing the past and all sorts. And so in here I talk about aligning to your archangel guide, seeing the colour, but also using toning and asking your archangel guide to actually give you the tone for your the correct tone to align to the archangel's energy. Archangels can't work on earth unless they ground into a physical body. So we always that's why they need permission to come in, and we can't use archangels unless their energy comes through us, because their energy is way too high. And so it says the alignment begins with toning, which you can do simply by asking for the tone to be given to you, then using your voice to sound it 3 times and seeing in your mind's eye the colour. So in your case, Shannon, Archangel Uriel, Uriel, he's of the 6th ray, is one of the 4 archangels of direction. There's Uriel, Gabriel, Raphael and Michael. So if you have one, chances are you have all of them with you. Then you can then call Archangel Uriel in and ask him to guide you to remember your meditations. But I'd be making sure you're sitting up and doing only very short ones to start with. Have a journal. So this journal is awesome. I think it's online for $49. I sell it on my website for $39. And there's heaps of different ways of journaling in here. So 11,000 hertz. Wow, fantastic. It's possible too that the energy you're working in is a bit high for you, and that's why you fall asleep, to protect you. So you might try asking him to tone it down a bit, pardon the pun, to bring the frequency down to match yours, to bring yours up enough to match his so that you can start remembering. That's what I would try. Anyway, let's see how we go. Nikki Nicole asked for a reading about her spiritual gifts. For that, Nikki, I need to tune into you, which I will. I hope you found my books, by the way, and if you didn't, then sorry about that. Look, messages coming in. Yeah, they're available on Amazon as well. And Nikki, I think you're overseas, are you? I can't remember. But otherwise, if you're in Australia, I can send them to you. Here we go. I'm looking for your spiritual gifts. I definitely think you're very clairsentient, but you're also an empath, and you look fairly blocked at the moment. Very, very important to keep your energies clear by grounding, zipping up your aura, using some oils or crystals, and constantly asking for protection. Connection to the unconditional love of the Creator is the best protection from absorbing other people's energies. There's a clearing happening now, so whether you've just asked for that, but you're definitely an empath, so that would be your strongest clear, but I feel that you'd be an excellent channel, because I see lots of light coming from your head, so starting to believe that you can receive messages from Spirit and connect to your guide. Remember, I always advocate connecting to your angel guides rather than a spirit guide, and your archangel. Is Archangel Raphael. So possibly because you're an empath, you're a healer, but you need to be able to control that so that you can keep your energies clear and then send the healing out, not just absorb everybody's stuff. And so healers do that too, but they shouldn't have to. You should be able to clear it off you and not absorb it. So I'd be, if you haven't done Reiki, definitely learn to do Reiki, or some kind of energy healing like that to help you to control the energy and learn to protect yourself more. Okay, so Mon says, I'm desperate to know if the man I'm in love with will be my happy ever after. Will he marry me? It's really difficult. In Sydney, I met a few people who were in love and not having that returned, and it's very difficult. So there's the awareness. That just flicked out. It's kind of like it's all you can think about. And he's just in your vision all the time. So I will just ask for a true and accurate reading about him, Mon. I think there's a lot of mind games going on with both him and you, and I think he's got some work to do on himself. So will he marry you? Not in the short term. Will you be able to find a balance in your relationship? Absolutely. And there you go. So there's balance, transformation, and the heart chakra. So I feel he will in time, but there's some mind stuff going on that you both have perhaps jealousy or some kind of baggage from past relationships that you need to address and really talk together about trust and having faith in one another and being a team. And I do feel, working together that you can make that happen. So all the best for you there, Mon. So Christine, Kim Lowen just says, I would love a card. So I'll just put one for Kim. And Teresa says she's recently had surgery. Will I get my sight back? You would mean your vision, okay. Just doing this for Kim though. Hope. So this one is, see the hands there? So we are co-creators and we create our own reality with every thought that we think and with what we believe to be true and what we believe to be possible. So really, with the light shining and you holding the light is in your hands, Kim, and you are able to show yourself the way by just believing that you can, because within the light, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a person in there, and that's you holding the light, shining the light, giving the light. So possibly you're a healer, but I think you need to do some healing for yourself first and ground into the fact that you are a special person and perhaps you don't see yourself the way others do. So just believe that you can create better things for yourself. It's in your hands and you can do it. But you're also being supported by Spirit. So ask for help. We always need to ask for help. Christine, will the situation with my son's school be resolved soon in our favour? Colleen, was the Aboriginal question. Yes, the older family members always had it hidden from us. Time to bring it out in the light. Okay, so just doing this for Christine, and I just like to take my time. It's no use rushing, otherwise you don't get the right answer. It's taking time. I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're listening to you properly. I'll just ask. I think you need to trust your intuition with this. I'm just going to choose another card, a different deck. And Colleen, So there's a couple of people. Could you help identify my spiritual gifts as well, please? How do we know who our archangel is? It depends with what colours you see all the time. Quite often if you see a certain colour, that'll be your archangel. If you're drawn to wearing a certain colour. So colours would be the first way I would go. The spiritual journal, again, has Pip Coleman's section which talks about the different colours of the archangels. There are 15. So colour would be the first one. You could use your pendulum and just ask who is, so just state each archangel's name, and when you get a yes, but quite often we have more than one as well. But you'd be wanting to ask who the predominant archangel guide for you at this time is, and they're generally with us all the time, but we can have others come in to help us with certain phases of our lives as well. Okay, this is for Christine. You are the oracle, so you know very well. You're being called to step up and lead. I kind of feel you might have to move schools. It's not ideal, is it? But I kind of feel if you have moved schools already, I think they're not the most ideal school, and whatever's going on, they're not listening, and they've got their own agenda, and they are not being supportive. So will it be resolved soon? No. I think you might have to call it and do something yourself. But the cards that I pulled were trust yourself, and you're the oracle. You're the one who knows best. You've come from the depths of emotion and worked through a lot of stuff, and now be the priestess, the goddess, and what are you being called? How are you being called to lead? And then this one, calling your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So I wouldn't be holding my breath. I'd be taking the lead and pulling out all the stops and getting it done. So Teresa says, I've recently had surgery. Will I get my sight back? I'm going to tune into you, Teresa. So I wonder if you had some brain surgery or I also see your neck. Looks pretty dark at the moment. I get that partially yes you will, or that it will be a little bit compromised, but yes, it will be a steady improvement. But to be patient. You've been through a fair trauma. Also, I've got a feeling too, Teresa, that there's some psychosomatic trauma there, that you've got some real trauma that energetically you could do with a real energetic healing, I feel, that would really help to get your sight back more effectively. That's what I'm getting. It's not just the surgery, but it's some trauma that is better not faced, and so that's with sight. So I hope that's helpful for you, and I will just what's the ruby ray energy? Good question, Joe. The ruby ray energy is the Christ consciousness, and Richie and I anchored that in before we were married in our engagement ring, and also then in our eternity ring at 25 years. And apparently the Christ consciousness letter is I, and all of our sons have I in their name. So I work with Jesus, and I work with the Christ consciousness all the time. But our higher self is our access to our intuition, but it's our access to our divine knowledge and to our consciousness of unconditional love and universal love and grace. And so the ruby ray is that, and so it is connected to Jesus, but Uriel is connected to that. And so his archeia is Grace, Lady Grace, and the ruby ray is to do with forgiveness, grace, harmony, and divine knowledge and wisdom. So that's what that is in a nutshell. Coming back to lovely Teresa, just going to choose a card for you. Yes, it will, but everything has to come into balance, and this is the the physical body. So it is about just allowing things to heal, firm foundation. So see that this in the back here, I just feel there is some, you've had good surgery and it's done a good job, but you need to do some healing to step back into your power and to actually release some trauma that has been that you've hidden and is easier not to face. But when we're not seeing things clearly, or we are hiding things so that we don't have to face them, that can affect our sight. So I feel that you will, but be patient and do everything they tell you and just allow the healing to happen and love yourself and just really believe that you can heal. Okay. Now, Shannon, thank you. Cards seem to be the draw for me. I have a lot of them. Yeah, so I'd be starting with cards and just do little short, sharp meditations and journal like crazy. And then you can go back and remember. Shannon, yeah. Nikki, I'm needing answer regarding work. Will I finally reach and gain the job I've been wanting and needing, as I had to resign from the previous I lost whom I was also will romance anytime soon. I really can only do one, so let's just do about work. So this is for Nikki Carter. Hi Kelly Jane. Was Archangel Uriel, Shannon? Okay. So I'm just moving through because I can get bamboozled by, heaps of requests at once. So I'm just working through as best I can. I am in Tasmania, but I do my appointments over Skype or WhatsApp or Messenger. I'm very responsive to text. I love people connecting with me. I'm always mindful of being affordable. Okay. So you weren't happy where you were anyway, Nikki, so you've been kind of feeling like you're on your own for a long time, so it had to end. And so now you're just getting yourself back in balance. I'll show you that card in a minute. Do need to do some work on yourself, on really believing in yourself, and make sure that you write a magnificent resume, like really, I don't know that you sell yourself enough sometimes. So So there's the triumph. So yes, you will. But this harmony card might seem like it's related to your question about will I find love soon? But also it might be that there wasn't harmony in the workplace and it was constantly toxic, and so now you just need to get strength back and undo all the toxic things that they told you, and just know that you're good enough and you can do this. And so definitely I think you will. Asking for a timeline, it won't be long, but they owe you a reference. But if you can't get one, make sure that you have referees that you can trust, and yeah, 2 to 4 weeks won't be too long. Okay, I'm just going to whip down here. Hi Deborah, great to see you. Anything from Nan today, Victoria? It's from Lisa. She was the one who hadn't seen the truth. She's a bit stubborn, isn't she? She's a little bit kind of firm-lipped, and she's showing me how she was pretty set in her ways. There are things that one just doesn't want to believe. She's saying it's better to always believe. Comfort zone. She's a good one for comfort zone. So I'm saying, okay, Nan, what's the message for today? There's someone that, a male, I don't know who it is. Pardon the language, everyone. She wants you to kick them up the arse. They know better, and it's time that they had a dose of reality. I hope that resonates with you, Lisa. Hi, Laura Lou. Can I please have a card if you could tune in to me? Yep. So this is for Laura Lou. I'm taking our time, but I'm thinking that one. Memories of love. So you might have lost someone too, Laura Lou, or actually recently broken up with someone. There's some emotional healing that you've been doing, but now it's a 6 is feeling easier to do that, and that you can actually go back and remember without bursting into tears. Shadow. I think you are grieving still, whether it's if someone passed over or you've lost a relationship recently, but you need to honour the shadow side of yourself and just allow yourself to heal holistically, and start to see the good in things and bring in some affirmations, bring in some gratitude for what you already have, and write yourself or whoever it was a letter, and then just allow it to release. Oh, Lance, I'll come back to you now. Lisa says, oh, Victoria, that is definitely something she would say. Who is the male, I wonder? Oh, look, was it like, it's like for you an uncle or a brother or someone being ridiculous. She reckons they're being ridiculous. Okay. Back to Lance. Any idea whether I have a spiritual gift? Thanks for the reminder. Of course you do. We all do. You have green at your crown. I'll just see who's with you. You have Jesus. So you also would have Archangel, well, I won't presume, just wait and see. Archangel Raphael, you're a healer. You have a spiritual gift of healing, and it's likely that you're one that people flock to for advice or just say they feel better when they're around you. You've got to make sure that you protect your energies and give to yourself as well. If you haven't done Reiki, I would do that. But I also saw a light coming from the crown, not great. I saw like a beautiful connection here. You definitely have healing hands, Lance. So once you connect into healing, then you can start working on the psychic ability of knowing where the light's going or feeling into what the issues are and where they come from. But I definitely think that's your gift. Laura D'Angelo, is there anything that you have going for me today? Thank you. Just patience and planning. Everything's coming together. Lots of balance there. Lots of new energy coming in, but also abundance. It's not so. The universe is kind of it's all happening, but it's all in different stages. Whatever you're planning to do, so just keep on going. You're on the right path. And a 7 is the most spiritual number, so everything's in alignment. Divine timing isn't always, it doesn't come in as quickly as we would like, but everything's on track there, Laura. So Fleur says, any messages for my mum and how she's transitioning? I don't feel her around anymore. I've had a shift in myself but struggling with my path. Okay, well, it's probably good you don't feel her anymore, because that means she's moving on and evolving spiritually. But I'll tune in to you, Fleur, and just see if I can see what's happening. Yeah, I just see a beam of light. She's still attached to you, but she is starting to feel that she can move on. She's transitioning well. I reckon she was an earth angel. She's very bright. It's like she's a comet or something. She's got quite a long tail, which is still there. She's keeping tabs on you, but you can't feel her as much. Just bringing in it's an Archangel Master, Archangel Raphael. Your path, the only reason you're struggling with your path is that you're not heart-centered and you're worried about, you're in your mind too much, Fleur. It's about bringing it down and feeling into what really, where your heart is, and not questioning yourself. not second guessing. You know, when it feels right, it's right. Don't allow other people's opinions or anything else to be in the way. It's just always go with, in terms of your heart, yes, we have to worry about remuneration and all of that, but that will come when we're heart-centred. So if I were to choose a Work Your Light card for you, here we go. So finding your inner peace. Well, that to me would be self-love too, Fleur. You know, just really being at peace with who you are. And if your path isn't resonating with you, then you do need to work out why. But let's just ask these cards. These are beautiful. So try not to take it all too seriously and just have fun and allow everything to evolve. That would be the first one. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand behind you. So when you ask for help, you will be guided. Dance with life. Take a step back from wondering if you're on the right path and just embody your values, embody, maybe do some meditation, bring in Archangel Raphael, ask for some healing for yourself, and just ask for guidance, and perhaps just do things like journal or breath meditation, start to clean out the mental cupboard of all the debris that's there, and just allow yourself to be, because I think that we can try to do and think that we always have to be doing stuff when really when we're happy with ourselves, then everything just flows. So it's like you're fighting against the flow. Just allow flow, and it will all come in for you. Did I miss mine? That makes sense. I'm also coming from a long path of surgeries and physical healing. Yeah, and sometimes you just have to allow. Tracy, no, I didn't do one for you, so we'll do one now. And then for Lisa, who's given me lots of love hearts. Nikki says, I thought so. She said hello to you after me and I asked for other guidance. Yours was really good. I'm hoping that's to me. I think Joanna's asking about, oh yes, there's two Nikkis. I did one for Nikki, but I did do one for Nikki Carter as well. So you might have to go back and re-watch, but I've done one for both of you. I did Nikki Lacole a little bit earlier, I think. Sorry for the confusion. So good cards. Look, there are so many cards out there now. If you're just a beginner, then maybe look for cards that have a bit of writing on the front so you don't have to wade through the whole book, but also ones that have lots of lovely imagery. So these ones I really like. These are energy oracle cards. So I think oracle cards are good because they don't have the good, the bad and the ugly like tarot does. Earth energy cards are really nice. So any oracle cards that have nice clear pictures and some kind of writing on them might be good ones to begin with, and also numbers, because the numerology of them can be helpful as well. So now I'm going back to before Lisa. I just need to do Tracy, and then Lisa, and then I'll need to have some lunch. Oh. So Tracy, your card is transformation. So remember the sun meditation that we did before. Maybe do some of that so you can burn away any of the past that is still affecting you, and just let go of things so that you can actually emerge fully out of the chrysalis and begin the next phase of your journey. So the green would say that there's still some healing to do. And a 13 is an odd number, so there's just a few things to deal with before you can fully embrace the changes that are coming in. And mentally just allowing yourself to move into the light and to allow the past to go. So we'll just say there's a bit there for you, Tracy, of disruption, maybe self-talk. Think about what you're saying to yourself, being negative in your belief system, and being able to just release those so that you can start to say some positive affirmations and see everything as a positive, deal with the negative, but then bring in the positive, and good changes will come your way. And Lisa Pritchard, this is for you. Destiny. So now there's completion, so coming full circle. So the choices that you make now are to do with where your soul is pulling you, and to make sure that you are letting go of the past, or fully giving free will for things to change for your highest and best. Who you've been before, where you've been before, what you've done before, all now are lessons to actually guide you on your path. But of course we always have a choice. So accessing, as the change comes in, accessing your higher wisdom and trusting your intuition, not just to be following blindly, and to be empowered in your decisions. So something's endings and beginnings, but now seeing that as a chance to really make a new wonderful beginning for yourself. I'm sorry, I really need to go now. So many of you are still I'm sorry, Lisa, I can't do any more, but thank you so much for all of your interactions today, and much love to all of you. I am Victoria Cochrane. I'm on every Wednesday. You can find me at victoriacochrane.com, or on Facebook, Victoria Cochrane Psychic Communication and Healing. And I'll see you next week. Bye for now.